What's up guys, Luke here with Luke's Points and Miles, and today I wanted to do something a little different than normal. We all have our different setups and preferences when it comes to points, miles, and cash back. So today I wanted to do a video a bit outside the box. Instead of talking about earning, we're going to be talking about spending. That's right, I want to go over how I book my flights. I have a couple really great services to talk about that could help just about anyone that likes to travel. This includes economy flyers as well as the lie flat crew, domestic flyers as well as the international jet setters. So in this video, I'll go over some of the techniques and services I use, and maybe you'll see something different than what you've been doing. Either way, I'm hoping this video can spark some inspiration and we can share our techniques to fly around the world for less. But first, if you're new to the channel, we talk about credit cards, points, miles, cash back, and travel. If you're interested in those things, give us a chance and subscribe. We're a growing channel. We have a great little community here. As always, if you get any value or entertainment from this video, show us some love and slap that like button. Thank you so much in advance for that. Now, first things first, let's talk about flights. Everyone seems to fly a little differently, and I know for myself, I do it all. Short flight economy, long haul international business class, and everything in between. No matter what kind of flight I'm looking for, I can use these basic techniques to get started. Now, for some of you, you're going to think this is very basic and too simple. Trust me, towards the middle and the end of the video, I'll have some options for you that should be able to help you. Keep in mind what kind of flyer you are. Are you loyal to one airline and chasing status? Then that will make your search much quicker and easier. Are you traveling on a very strict, rigid itinerary? If so, you won't have a whole lot of flexibility. I'm going to put most of our flights in two categories for this exercise. No matter if it's domestic, international, first class, or Spirit Airlines, we will be thinking in two categories: cash flights and award flights. I must include both because even though most of us on the channel are earning airline miles and transferable currencies, we still have some folks that are killing it in the cash back game. Most of us have concluded that cash back is generally great for economy travel. Besides the very basic techniques, I'll go over a couple of services that I use for each of those kinds of flights. The first thing I normally do when beginning a flight search, whether I'm looking to book with cash or awards, is I like to check Google Flights. I know that sounds very basic, but I'm willing to bet there are at least a few noobs watching this that can use this information. Google Flights will give you an idea of the price range and the number of seats available, and it'll also give you a good idea of what times each carrier has available. For some folks, the times are the most important part of the booking. Now, after I check Google Flights, I will choose a couple flights that look good, and I'll go to the carrier site and see what the flight looks like when using points or miles. Sometimes you'll be surprised to see an award deal that is just too good to pass up. After this, I'll have a much better idea about my travel dates. Obviously, if you can be flexible, you'll generally save more money. But what if you're not satisfied with an average deal? What if you're one of those travelers like me that is really into the game and you're in it to get that crazy deal? I can't tell you how much better flights are, especially in the front of the plane when they don't cost much money. Well, if you're one of those people, then I have something that can help. When it comes to cash bookings and you're someone who can be flexible, there's a service called Scott's Cheap Flights. Now, I've talked about Scott's Cheap Flights on the channel before, and I know a lot of you do use the service. Before I go any further, this is not a sponsored video. I do have a referral link below to Scott's Cheap Flights, and if you use that link, the channel will benefit, but I'm an actual customer and I want to share my experience. See, here's how I travel. I normally have a destination in mind and a rough time frame. For example, I want to go to South Florida in October when my son is on break from school. Now, someone will say that that's storm season, so we can switch South Florida with Southern California. It doesn't matter. So I may not get really specific on times or places, but I'll have an idea. So here's how Scott's Cheap Flights works. I plug in my preferences, and it can be as simple as my main departure airport. When a deal pops up, I'm notified. I get an email with airfare deals. Some of them are okay deals, but some of them can be 90% off. If you don't want to wait around for emails, you can just check the site and click on deals. You'll see tons of deals on the site. Click on something that interests you and get the details. The site even tells you how long that particular deal will likely be available. Let me give you an example. A while back when I was casually outlining my travel plans for 2022, I received an email from Scott's Cheap Flights for a round trip from Columbus, Ohio to Tokyo for $460. Now, maybe you don't pay attention to those kinds of prices, but even for an economy ticket, that is a really cheap price. I've always wanted to go to Tokyo, and the days were so far in advance, I could be flexible. So here's what I did. The deal was bookable on both Japan Airlines and American Airlines site because they're partners. I couldn't pass that up, even though maybe I should have. But what I did was I searched the same ticket on American Express's travel portal, and I booked it with my business gold card, and I paid with MR points. So I got the great deal, and I got 25% of my MR points back. Now, I'm not trying to confuse anyone with that technique, but you can hear more about that in some of my previous videos about how I use my points and miles. I'll link those videos below. But the bottom line is that with one deal, I saved hundreds of dollars. Now, Scott's Cheap Flights has a tiered level service, so each level offers different types of deals. The free service, called Limited, will get you a very limited number of notifications on international economy flights. The next level up is the Premium, and it's $49 for an entire year. This one includes international and domestic economy deals, mistake fares from your favorite airport, and a couple other perks. I used this one for more than a year before I upgraded. And that's how I got the deal for the Tokyo trip. So for that $49, I saved hundreds of bucks. I recently upgraded to the $199 a year elite tier because it includes premium economy, business, and first class deals. I don't know if I'll stick to that level of service because I don't know at this time how many first class tickets I'll be purchasing, but I wanted to try out this level and report back. Now, obviously with a referral link and a YouTube channel, it's easier for me to get a few free months, so I want to be transparent. But I will say that $49 a year for the premium service is a no-brainer. Comment below if you use Scott's Cheap Flights and tell me what you think of the service. So that's my favorite way to find deals when paying with cash or cash equivalents, but I know most of us are really a lot more interested in getting this biggest bang for our points and miles buck. And I think this is where we lose some people. When we start talking about transferring your membership rewards points to Virgin Atlantic to book on Singapore Airlines flights to get a deal, a lot of people have a tough time following, and those people just head to the Chase travel portal. That's a joke. The Chase folks only fly Southwest anyway. Again, I'm kidding. So what if I told you there was a site where you could search your flight and it would be priced in an awards currency such as Chase UR points or Amex MR points? Well, there is. The service is called Award Logic. The easiest way I can describe Award Logic is it looks like Google Flights for awards. You can do advanced searches for business and first class. You can search number of stops, you can sort by price or quickest time, and you can search using only the currency you have, like only American Airlines miles or only American Express MR points. I just played around with the site and I was searching for an award flight in business to Iceland in June of 2023. Now, this is why this service is so cool. I could book the flight with Delta for 335,000 Sky Miles, or I could transfer American Express MR points and fly on Air Canada for only 56,000 points or miles. Now, obviously this isn't an apples to apples comparison because with the cheaper flight, not all of it was actually in business class, but they were transparent about that. You can also search for very simple flights like Columbus to Miami nonstop. Now, it's not perfect. I don't think it quite has every single points currency on its platform, but I think it's a great service and I just signed up. I've been playing with the search system for a couple days now and I'm not sure if it's something that I would subscribe to all the time, but I'm subscribing to the service to find some award flights soon. My strategy normally has me earning a ton of award points and then I book my travel for the entire year. I think that's how I'll play this one. The service is $19.99 a month, but you do get 30 days free. I think I will use the service for at least a couple months on and off. I will also have a link below for this one. It is definitely worth taking a look. If you use my affiliate link, the channel will benefit. The folks over at Award Logic tell me that one day we should be able to book the award flights right there on their site. For now, you're just finding the best award and then you'll transfer and book on the airline's site. Well, these are two services that I think most folks can take a look at and see if they can benefit from them. Just playing with the award flight searches tells me two things. One, American airline miles are super versatile. And two, I need more American Express membership rewards points. Another thing I noticed while performing a few searches is it really does give you a better idea of what different currencies' strengths are. For instance, I don't fly United, but their Star Alliance partner Air Canada comes up a lot when searching for Iceland and other parts of Europe. Using this site will definitely give me a stronger knowledge on which airlines fit my destinations. That reminds me, use a shopping portal for all your retail shopping. My favorite is Rakuten. The best part about Rakuten is you can opt to earn Amex MR points in lieu of cash back, making them much more valuable when you're booking flights. Use my link below and spend $30 and you'll get $30 back. Do it, it's free money. Hopefully you guys have gotten some value out of this video and hopefully some of you can use these services. As always guys, if you've stayed around all the way to the end, I appreciate you and I thank you.